morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss employment, the working life in India. The working life in India reminds of agricultural work. If we see that the GDP, the gross domestic products, always connected with the working people in India. Every year, the population increasing day by day. So, the government should provide best opportunity for the workers. If we see the census of India 2011, where it shows that out of 1210 million workers, 460 million workers are engaged in the productive activities, and it shows that more than half of the people are engaged in the agricultural sectors, because not job opportunities were created in the industry sectors and service sector. That is the big reasons that we get numbers of people are engaged in the agricultural or productive activities. And look at the graph 3. It tells about from 1973 to 74, where we see that agriculture percentage is very high. That means 74%, and service sector 15, and industry sector is 11. That means more than half of the workers are engaged in the productive activities, and there is no shifted from agriculture to industry sectors and service sectors. That are the big reasons. And one thing we point out that 1/6 of GDP contributed from the agriculture. Why it is very less? Because more people or more workers are engaged in the agriculture. And look at the 3/4 GDP are contributed by the service sector and the industry sectors. And we see the another share of employment in three sectors: service, agriculture and industry. In industry sector, the percent is very less. It means 26%. And service sector only 31, and agriculture is 44. That means the government has increased some job opportunities for the workers and created some development in the service sector and industrial sectors. That is why we find very less percentage in the agriculture, or we can say that percentage is very less in agriculture because they started shifted from agriculture to service and industry sectors. Now let us see the example of Gayatri. Gayatri, a small farmer who is having 2 hectares of land which is unirrigated. So there are all 5 members are engaged in 2 hectares of land, and they depend on rainwater, and they cultivate 2 crops in a year. It means we can call as a disguised unemployment. What is disguised unemployment? Means work for 2 people done by whole family. So that is the result we found in the family of Gayatri. There are 5 members in a family who are completely engaged in 2 hectares of land. That means there is no work for them. So they are engaged in the agricultural sectors. So if the government given some opportunity to work in the industry or service sector, so they can move toward the industry and the service sectors. So if you see another example, underemployment. Underemployment means, for example, a software engineer who works as a data entry. So that is called underemployment. So overall we see the GDP, which is always connected with the working people in India, and more percentage people are engaged in the agriculture rather than service and industry sectors. That is why the government should create job opportunity for those who are working in the agriculture. So the people can easily shift to the industries and service sectors.